Hello everyone, it's Olga here for Wild Dog Crafts, and today I will show you how I created this Christmas frame with Wreath. I'm starting with base of my project, that is the frame covered with old book pages. I really like to use them as a background for my works. I'm adding some Christmas paper pieces. And then to make my surface totally equal, I'm adding a thin layer of gesso to hold my work. In some areas you can see I'm adding a little bit more with spatula, and then just cover everything with a brush and wiping excess product with wet baby wipe. When it's done, I'm adding a little bit of stamping in my background. I'm using different stamps and totally black ink. Most of my stamps are background stamps, and I really like to mix them. I want to have a little bit messy and stamped area in the middle of my work. And at the end I'm adding again gesso with a spatula, and then let it dry or dry it with heat gun. Next step will be adding some texture paste through the mask. I'm doing it randomly, just a few points in different places of my work. I'm adding also resin element and resin flower. Now it's time to make a wreath. I'm using this piece of chipboard circle. I cover it with some trim. I would use this rose trim, but I have only few little pieces. So instead of that, I use any other trim and just add some roses with some sand binding. Until my wreath is fluffy enough. I really like fluffy wreaths. I'm spraying it all with a green mist and dry it with heat gun and leave it to dry naturally. I have here a whole mix of flowers, my favorite magnolias, some trellis roses, open roses, some gardenias, and cherry bluebonns, and I covered them all with really deep red color. I want Christmas red color, so I'm using two sprays from 13 Arts. Of course, my flowers have to be really wet to take color equally, and when you dry it with a heat gun, you will get a bunch of amazing Christmas flowers. So everything is right now dry. I will recommend to let it for the night. I added some distressing on the edges with brown ink, and now I'm adding some brown mist and lots of water just to expose my texture in the background. When I dry it, I'm adding a little bit of gold and gray gelatos, and just move them with water, and then adding some accents from those colors on the rest of my work. To highlight this top element from resin, I'm adding a little bit of really dark brown spray. I prepared this piece of chipboard covered with binding stem and spray it just to have a better surface to place my wreath. I'm using hot glue to place wreath, and then I'm adding a bow from some binding stem. I colorize them together with the flowers, and then I'm just putting my composition on. I'm adding some flowers. I'm trying to do it not randomly, but not in some straight line, just one here, few there, and then I'm adding some Christmas branches and some holly leaves. I made those little branches from them, and I'm adding everything together with hot glue. In Wild Orchid store you can find those silver barrels. I use some alcohol inks to colorize them for vintage gold color, and I'm placing them in the middle of my bowl. I want to add some Christmas spirit, so I'm using some gold in the center of flowers, because for me Christmas is green, red, gold, and some vintage style, so almost all my Christmas works are in these colors. I'm adding also some spots from gold paint and gold ink. I'm adding also some dark spots from black acrylic splash ink. With little bit of gesso and sponge, I'm adding some snow to my work. I will use after that this snow in applicator, but this layer of gesso will protect my redness from dyeing my snow to pink. I protect my flowers with gesso and then adding some snow paste on top of it. And of course Christmas means glitter, so I'm adding a lots of glitter on top of my work. Let it dry for a whole night, and then taking off excess of glitter with a brush. And it's done. And this is all. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. On some close-ups you can see how my work turned out finally. If you like it, please give me thumbs up. If you feel inspired and do something similar or in the spirit of METRE, please let me know. I really would like to see that. So thank you for your attention and have a nice and crafty day. Bye bye.